Ooh, my hair is blonde. Hello. Mm. Give you guys some time because I told you guys 2:30. Hello, where you coming in from? Where you from? 305. Where you from? I used to be from 305. I'm not there now. Hey, Carolyn, how are you? Come on in. Ooh, Zimbabwe. Welcome. Zimbabwe's in the house. Who else is in the house? Ooh, 11:26 a.m. in California. Oh yeah, y'all about 3 hours behind. Or is it 4 hours? I think it's 4 hours. South Africa. Ooh, okay. Virginia. All right. Okay, y'all. Rafaela, I had sent you an email, girl. You missed the Lockpreneur experience. I had sent you an email. Did you ever see the email? Hi, I'm from the UK. Okay. Yeah, you guys are ahead of us, I believe. Hi, Sonia. Harmony, what's up? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Come on in. Okay. Ooh, child. All the different time zones. Okay. All right, y'all. I know it's been a couple of weeks. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Pauline Walker with Entour Beauty. I specialize in locks. I help people grow healthy locks. Help people with hair care, and I also help locticians and aspiring locticians start and grow a profitable lock business. But I came on here today to tell you guys about the seminar. Y'all, it was fire. Straight fire. The seminar, listen, I know I've been planning and I knew exactly how it was going to go. But the Lord came in and blew my mind, like my expectation, like it was so much more than I expected. He said, I did, but life was life and I couldn't attend. Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure you got it because I wanted to make sure you were in the room. Um, so it just totally blew my mind. The level of support, encouragement, empowerment that was in that room. Yeah, we were crying, we were laughing, we were dancing, we were eating good. We were just, it was so amazing. If you guys are on Instagram or different social media, I'm sure you see all the highlights and the recaps, and even that does not come close to what we experienced in that room. Whoo, child. I just got to a point where I can stop crying about it because the way God came through, um, it just showed me God's faithfulness. Like the entire time before the event, I just kept saying, y'all know when you plan something, you at least have a couple of things that always go wrong, right? But even with knowing that, I knew that if something went wrong, it went wrong for the best, if that makes sense. It's not necessarily that it was a bad thing. It's more so God is making it better. What I had planned, I might have thought it was good enough, but God was like, I need this. So just to see how everything was laid out, how everything turned out, I was like, God, you did that. You did that. So I am so, so, so grateful for everyone who attended. I am so grateful for all the support because we had like different lock instructors there. We had different mentors there. And baby, that room was lit. The affirmation in the room. My girl Sharika would naturally locked. She was doing her little affirmation boot camp. It was awesome. Rose Lee with Rose Lee Natural Hair Care. She was in the room. Micro Lock Mastery was in the room. That's Jessica. You had Clutch, Deanna with her content. She was in the room. Yadita with Beloved D was in the room. Yeah, it was just amazing. We had different speakers. We had Six Figure Spa Chick. We had um, Stacy, who kind of set our morning up with the mindset. We had Kiara Sade with the marketing, social media. It was the bomb. I'm going to be putting, little snippets of it in my reels or YouTube shorts so you guys can see. But most of the recaps will be on Instagram. So if you want to see some recaps, you want to see snippets of it, you can go to Instagram, go to my stories. You'll see a lot of, because I'm just reposting what people shared in my stories. So it was so good for those. I had people calling and praying for me. Um, People who I didn't even know were calling and leaving me messages, wishing me well. It was just mind blowing. Like it was just so mind blowing, and I'm like, Lord, you weren't lying when you said more in 2024, because I'm definitely experiencing the more. Because the whole goal was to do this event to empower one another, to elevate one another, to educate. Yeah, I was in the room learning. Other instructors were in the room learning. We were all learning. We were all being uplifted. It was just amazing, amazing, amazing. And from that, I'm just looking to see what everyone's going to do with the community, with building their own community, coming together and making things happen. Um, the whole goal of it was to let folks know you don't have to do this alone. So I am so thankful and grateful for how everything turned out. We are going to do another one next year. We're doing it the end of March 29th through the 31st. I'll let you guys know when early registration is open for that. So yes, I am so, 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 so grateful. So, you guys, thank you for all the support. Thank you for showing up um, in any capacity, where it's just showing up on YouTube, showing up on Instagram, showing up on Facebook. Thank you for showing up and just being a constant support um, in my business. I truly appreciate you guys. So, that's the recap, y'all. I can't even. I was just so overwhelmed these past few days. Been doing a lot of crying. Been doing a lot of just thanking God, thinking other people. So I'm just so grateful. Um, all right, so I will open the floor up for any questions. If anybody got any questions um, about the event or about something else, about your hair or whatever it is, I have few minutes that I can spare. But I couldn't go live the past few weeks because as the event got closer and closer and closer, I felt like I was just running out of time to do stuff. So I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta do this. Oh my goodness, I gotta do that. So when crunch time came, I was like, I cannot go live. I cannot go live because I didn't have the time. So thank y'all for y'all patience. I'm back. I might be changing up some things with the live, but whatever I decide, I'll be sure to let you guys know first. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay, looks like I don't see any questions. I'm all good. So for those, if you're a loctician on here or you're in the beauty industry, whether you do locks, braids, other hair services, or other beauty services, whether it's, makeup, facials, or whatever it is, Rose Lee is going to be coming out with an ebook focusing on managing expectations. So, for those of you who may struggle with how to say things, how to communicate, your concerns or thoughts or whatever, she'll be coming out with an ebook to help you navigate those things. Okay, so somebody asked, I just got micro locks on the 8th of April. Ooh, happy new lock journey. My hair was about waist length. Good Lord. What did you pay? I am noticing a lot of holes. What can I do? Ooh, child, waist length. So, what technique was used? Was it a three? No, not a three. Was it a double three? Do you have a loose? Okay, wait. You say you got micro locks. So, was it sister locks? And if so, what's your curl pattern? Is it a looser curl pattern? Interlocking, okay. But was it a looser? Was it a loose curl pattern? 4B. Okay. Was the person who installed your locks, are they sister lock trained? No. Okay. So if they're not sister lock trained, they're probably using the 4-point rotation. So if you're experiencing holes, it could be poor technique, or it could be well, this will still fall under the poor technique. It could be the tension. Um they didn't do a tight tension to make sure that, when you pull up for tension, they probably didn't pull up for tension enough to prevent holes from appearing from the lock. Now, if this person was sister lock trained, in case some of you guys are wondering the difference, if somebody have a looser curl pattern and they're sister lock trained, they might do a double three rotation, and that rotation leaves holes, like it purposely put holes in the locks to allow the hair to allow the hair freedom and movement as it locks. So for this person who is not sister lock trained, if they use the 4-point rotation and you're experiencing holes, have you washed your hair yet? Have you washed your hair? Have you sweat and do any of that? I have only missed with water. Okay. So If the loctician's technique was on point, if they did make sure they used the appropriate amount of tension, um, did you notice holes when you first got your locks done? Because it could be if you didn't notice any holes when you first got it done, and now you're a week into your lock journey and you're noticing holes, you could be misting it too much. Because if with you having 4B hair, you don't have the tightest curl pattern, so there's still your locks with water. Water creates movement. You need the water to help it lock, but when you have a looser curl pattern and your hair is long as ever, um, the water creates movement, so sometimes misting it too much can create slippage. And if you're experiencing slippage, then the only thing, I mean, doing a repair will be the way to go, which is closing the holes that's in the lock. So the next time you go to your loctician, just bring that up, let her know you've been misting and different things like that, and they can so that they can repair it. There were a few holes, but not a lot. Maybe it's the water. Yeah, I would if you're misting every day, I would reduce it to misting just a couple of times a week and not every day. Um, if you want to miss, if you are going to miss daily, braid and band, like braid your hair, mist, and then if you're misting it for a certain look, to get that curly look, then braid it down. Well, it won't make a difference anyway. Never mind. Never mind. But make sure when you're in the shower that your hair is protected because the steam from the shower can affect it too. So just cut back on the water and get those holes fixed. All right, cool. Any other questions? You're welcome, love. Any other questions? Does splitting locks really give you a full, is it a full look? A full look. Okay. Does splitting locks really give you a full look? Well, it depends. Because the fullness comes with the amount of hair, the density that you have, the amount of hair that you have. So if your hair is fine, you split it, it's just gonna give you more locks. It's gonna make it look a little bit fuller, but not a whole bunch. So if you want more locks so that you can have more volume, you could split it, but keep in mind if you have fine low density hair, having more locks doesn't always mean more fullness. It will give you some, but not a whole bunch. If you're self-retaining and expendedly combined or accidentally combined, what what can you do best? If you self-retaining, you actually accidentally combine. If you only did a couple of loops, you can go in the opposite direction that you went in to unravel it. But sometimes you're going to need a second eye. So going to somebody who can see what they're doing to unravel it can work. Because I remember one time I was self-retaining and I combined one of my locks. I went to my sister so she can undo it. So sometimes when you combine, if it's fresh, you can undo it. It's just you need another set of eye. Doing it yourself, you're not going to be able to see how to undo it unless you're using a mirror. or something where you can see what you're doing. Okay. Hey, I just hit 1 year and my locks are frizzy. When does the frizzy go away? Or what can I do to stop them? So if you have a looser curl pattern, your hair is going to be frizzy. Now, maybe when you hit 3 years, the frizziness might die down a little bit, but with a looser, if you have a looser curl pattern, that frizziness is not going to go away. If you have a tight curl pattern and your frizziness and you have some frizziness, it could be that as your hair is being retightened, all the strands aren't being pulled in. So that's going to take a minute. But usually, if you have a tight curl pattern and you're experiencing some frizziness in the beginning, it's going to go away over time. But if you have a looser curl pattern, I would get comfortable with the frizziness. So if you have a looser curl pattern and you're constantly dealing with frizziness and you want to minimize, it won't eliminate, but you want to minimize the frizziness, then you would want to braid or twist to help minimize the frizziness. So you could do like a what do you call that product? And those foams, the foam products, you can put the foam in it, twist it or braid it, let it set, and then when you take it down, the amount of frizziness you have will be reduced. But the moment you shampoo your hair, or if you're in a really humid area, the frizziness is going to come back. Is it uncommon to not be fully locked at 2.5 years? My ends are still fully my ends still aren't fully locked. No, it's not uncommon. It's very common. I have a client who's been locked for, I think, 5 years, and her ends are open. But it's not open in the sense where it's going to keep unraveling, but her ends are still open. However, if you're coloring, if you're doing certain things, it's going to perpetuate the open ends. Did you color your hair in the first couple of years, anytime while you were locked? Did you start your hair with heat damage? If you start your hair with heat damage, the ends are not going to lock. Um, do you braid and band when you shampoo? So you got to think about all those things that's causing it to not lock. But typically, most people, for the most part, are locked by year 3. Do you have a lot of slippage with micro locks, twists with extensions? Well, first, I don't do extensions. So if you're doing micro lock twists with extensions, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you have slippage because you're doing the loosest locking method um, around, which is the two-strand twist. So because it's not the tightest locking pattern, you will have some slippage, especially if you're not braiding and banding. I'm thinking of getting it, but don't know if to get the braided or twist. Um, why do you want to start off with extension? Is it for length? That should be the only reason why you want to start off with extensions. Don't let it be fullness because you won't it won't be full. It might look full in the beginning, but once that hair start growing out, you're gonna be dealing with your own hair. So that's something to consider. Okay. Hi. Do you have any recommendations for me to achieve body wave curls with my hair? Do you have locks? Angela, do you have locks? And you trying to achieve body wave curls with your hair? If so, if you have locks, you can do two-strand twists. Um, but big two-strand twists. Don't do them small. If you do them small, it's gonna be wavy, very wavy. But if you do the two-strand twists big, the bigger they are, the looser the waves will be. You can also do it with, is it You can also do with rollers, but big rollers, not the skinny ones. Sorry. Okay, so yes, Angela, you said 4 years. So yes, you can do it with big twists, big rollers to give you body wave curls. All right. Um, I live in Florida, so I guess I'm stuck with the frizz. Yes. Oh my God, the humidity in Florida. Y'all, when I was a loose natural before I locked my hair, I um I got a sew in with a leave out. And I was pressing it fine and everything. It looked good when I was in Georgia. Girl, I went to Miami. Whoo, child. The loose hair turned into a fro, and the weave was straight. Child, I was so embarrassed. There was nothing I could have done. And we were outside too by the beach. So the curly part, I'm trying to still flatten it down. Nothing would work. When I got home, I would press it and with the flat iron. And the moment I went outside, it was just like psh. I mean, the way that thing worked, I said, Lord, so, baby, if you locked in Florida, your hair should be your hair should constantly be looking moisturized. Cause baby, that humidity, yeah, people just kept looking at me. I was like, well, and I'm from Florida, so I should have known better, right? But when I was in Florida, I didn't. When I wore my hair in weave in Florida, I didn't do leave outs. If I did a sew-in, it was a all over sew-in with none of my hair left out. Y'all know one the old back in the old days when we used to sew it in around the world, and then you might do that swai swoop or cut that bang, and then the hair. That's how I used to wear my hair. That's how long I've been away. That's how I used to wear my hair. So when I went natural and did a leave out, because I'm in Atlanta and the hair was herring, right? Child, I went to Florida. Oh Lord, it was so embarrassing. And I'm looking like I didn't even have a hat to put on. So, child, yep, that's my story. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you want to do extensions for length. Okay. Yes, I'm 4 years now. Okay. Did that. Caught a live. Yeah. Hello, Pauline. In chat. Hello. Hello. I just expected my frizz. Oh, I just accepted my frizz to Frizz. I thought it was bad in Alabama, but I moved to Tampa and it was frizzy and crunchy their first year. Yeah, child. Florida, you should have started off with that because baby, when I went to mm, 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 these humid places, I had my hair curl something like this when I went to Bali. Literally from the airport when I landed in Bali to going outside waiting on the driver, got in the car. By the time I got to the hotel, my curls were gone. It's ridiculous. And I brought rollers just in case because we were going to do a photo shoot and everything. No need. I never pulled out them rollers because it was so humid. You curl your hair, you put the rollers in, you step outside, them curls are gone. Okay. So, depending on where you live, yeah, it's going to make a difference in how your hair look. All right. Hey, Pauline, how you doing? I am doing wonderful. I just caught up. Gave everyone a recap about the Lockpreneur experience that took place this past weekend. It was phenomenal. If y'all want to see little brief recaps and replays about it or whatever, it's all over on my social media, the stories and everything. Yeah, so that's another thing. Florida is humid, but it's also so, ooh, child, that sun will burn you. So yeah, I can see how that sun can fry. Ooh, child, and your hair is dyed, Lord. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Since I started my locks with two strand twists, the ends are all slightly bigger than the interlock part. Any suggestions on disguising that? It makes my hair look like it's bunching at the end. Yes, that's exactly what it did. It bunched at the end. So I'm assuming you have a little bit of a looser curl pattern. So meaning you don't have a kinky coily hair. So because of that, doing protective styles can minimize the bunching. And if it's bunching, but if it's still soft, if the when you touch the bunching part, if it feels soft, you can always stretch it and have it interlocked to give it a more unison look, to make it more even. Does all that make sense, Shayla? Is it better to do it without extensions? I'm always for just go with your own hair. Start your journey with your own hair. Because extensions give you a certain expectation, and then when you try to transition to your own hair, it's gonna be different. Because that extension isn't like 100% matching your curl pattern, it's not 100% match. So when you start off with this extension and it's great and all, but when you grow it out, depending on how the extension is put in, if you're doing braiding the hair, the extension on the hair and starting off with curly two-strand twists or whatever, you're gonna have a different outcome. But if you lock your hair and then attach the extension to the end, that's something different. Because people do extensions different ways. So it depends on how you start your extensions. And also, Shayla, what you starting off with two-strand twist and you saying it's slightly bigger. How long have you been locked? Because keep in mind that two-strand twist over time is going to compact. It's going to compact over time. So it is going to shrink some. But if you can, anytime you do start off with two-strand twist, depending on your curl pattern, you're going to have to do some training and some manipulation. So if you want it to stay stretched so it's not shrinking and bunching so much, then you want to do protective styles, things that's going to keep it stretched so it's not bunching and shrinking so much on the ends. You're welcome, Trisha. What caused the locks to have lumps? I braid and bend still. Ooh, child, you got a loose curl pattern. Do you have a loose curl pattern, Carolyn? I started DIY micro locks on Texlax. Still curly hair. Oh, like a texturizer relaxer. Oh, okay. Did I get it? Did I get it? The texturizer and relaxer. My hair is so see-through and limp. Mm. Okay, so if you have what is it? If you start off with relaxed hair or texturized hair, you've kind of killed the body that your each strand have, right? So when you go to lock it, it's not going to swell like it need to. I remember when I started my locks, yes, texturizer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I be trying to keep up with these slang or not slang, but these compound words or these compound abbreviated stuff. Okay, so when I started my locks, um I had heat damage hair in the middle of my hair because I was in a wedding and she wanted everybody to have the same hairstyle. I was all natural, so there was a leave out. And I should have known. And this wedding was in Miami too. So I had a leave out, right? She left a leave out to, put slick it down and then, the curls and stuff like that. It was cute and all. If y'all go to my day one video, when I first started YouTube and I said, here's my journey, y'all will see that picture in there with me with this weave that ultimately led to the downfall of my curls up here. So the lady took some type of comb, hot comb. I don't know what type of hot comb, Marcel comb, baby, and press that thing and like slick it down. When I went outside, that thing didn't go anywhere. So the fact that it did not revert when I was outside and I was in Miami, y'all know Miami hot all year round. And it didn't chi out like my other sew in. I was like, oh, this might be permanent here. So of course, by the time I took out the leave out and washed my hair, that this top part was limp. Like there was no curls to it, no body or anything. Like she done fried the life of my curls out my hair, out that part. So by when I locked, I had straight limpy locks, and then I had the rest of my hair was like, doing this thing, swelling, puffing, and all that stuff. The front wasn't puffing, wasn't swelling, wasn't doing anything. It was just limp. So what I would do, because it's limp, it's two different textures, two different curl patterns. I had to always twist the heat damaged part so it can be wavy, so it can somewhat blend with my natural hair. Just like if you were a loose natural and you did a braid out or a twist out just to curl the heat damaged part so it can blend a little bit. So I had to do that when I was locked. So anytime you have heat damaged hair, relaxed hair, texturized hair, it is going to be limp. So therefore it's not going to swell. You are going to be able to see through it, especially if you have fine low density hair already, you are going to see through it. So to help it not to be so limp and see through, throw some curls in it, do Bantu knot curls, pipe cleaner curls, put some rollers in it just to give it a bit of volume. Nothing's going to change about the hair until your new growth start coming in. And when your new growth start coming in, it's going to come in with more body. It's healthier. So it's going to do what it needs to do. But that straight part is going to stay like that until you cut it off. And so for me, I've cut my hair several times. So you don't see any straight strands that locks in my hair because I've cut my hair several times. So you no longer see the limpy locks. That's what I'm calling them, the limpy locks. Okay. Someone said, I didn't think I have. Now, keep in mind, when I say loose texture, loose curls, that means you don't have deep, your curls aren't deep and wavy. Like, I mean, they're not deep. Some of y'all have these zigzag type, the Z type hair, where it doesn't really, like if you pull the strand out of your locks, out of your hair, and your curls are like this, yeah, you're gonna have some frizz. But if your curls are like circuit, if your strand, when you pull it out, forms a curl, that means it's going to stay together better. It's going to curl and intertwine into itself. Just think about when you have ingrown hairs. This is the curl that when your hair is growing out, is curling back into your skin. So when you are locked and you have that curly, coily hair, when you lock and that the tip of it is just curly, so it curls back into the lock. When you have that wavy, not a deep curl type hair, it just sticks out, so it doesn't have that curl to kind of bend it to go back into the lock. So that's why you see people with this type of curl have more of a frizzy hair, because the ends of the hair just sticks out. Does that make sense? Okay, so we talked about the limpy locks. I answered I didn't think I had loose texture, so it's always frizzy. I'm looking. So, okay, so someone said, what causes the hair to have lumps? Okay, so Caroline also, with the what causes the hair to have lumps, if you have slippage and is not addressed, and parts of your hair is locking quicker than the rest of the strands is pulling, then you're gonna have lumps. If you go too long without a retie, you're going to see the what's the word I'm looking for? The demarcation of your last retie. So I can always tell how often my clients have their reties, especially if they go a long time. I can look at it and be like, okay, from here to here, you've only had 3 reties. Because when you go too long without a retie, you have, and your hair is shedding in the lock, because our hair sheds every day. The shedded hair at the base kind of form a ball at the base of the lock. So now when you go to retie the new growth, that if that person don't correct the balls, now you have a ball or a lump and then smooth, a ball or a lump and then smooth. So hope that makes sense. But uncorrect slippage, loose hair. If it's loose and not, interlocked or anything like that, it's gonna cause bunching, especially if you start off with two-strand twist and you don't have that tight coily curl. Okay, where am I? Okay, I answered that. I'm looking at taking your online classes to learn to make a grid and interlock. Any suggestions on where to get a good mannequin? When you take the class online, I have a link of where you can get the tools, the mannequin, and everything else. So you said you're thinking about the grid and interlocking. If you're gonna take the interlocking, no need to take the grid because the grid is also included in the interlocking. So I don't want you to pay for two things when the interlocking already include the grid. So if you want just the grid, then you can take the grid. But if you want the grid and interlocking, take the interlocking because the grid is included in the interlocking. And a list of what you'll need will be on there, and it'll just give you direct link to where you can get everything you need. Love your hairstyle. Get it, girl. Thank you. So y'all know y'all got to go and look at these pictures, baby. So I had my sister the Betty Boop where you just pull your hair up and. So my hair just was pulled up in a ponytail, but it's a loose rubber band. It's a loose rubber band, just wrap. We didn't even fold or tie it twice. It's just a loose rubber band so I curled. Okay, I curled my hair with my little, y'all know the videos I've done with my little sponge rollers. So I curled my hair all over with that. The first day and day and a half of the Lockpreneur Experience seminar, I wore my hair down and curly like I always do. So the last night we had a mixer, we had poetry reading. It was the award ceremony. We did all of that. So I wanted something slightly different. So I left me some sideburns out. These little curls done dropped, but I left me some sideburns out on both sides. And then I left a couple of strands, you know, in the back, pull some down, some curls, and then pulled all this up, put a rubber band, and then just fluff it out, flare it out. Some curls dropping a little bit, but put it out, and then left some hair in the front. And so, baby, that was it. All righty. Thank you. Okay, so where am I? Okay, you are right, Pauline. I've been locked for 2.5 years. I've actually had to cut some of the bunching ends because it was so much thicker. My hair isn't a tight curl, so I had so much bunching. Yep, that sounds about right. When did you go lighter? I went lighter like 2 weeks ago. So y'all know me in color, okay? So the plan was to cover the grays. So I did like a brown at the base to cover the grays. Like, I've been mixing colors, y'all. So I did like a number 4, no, maybe a number 5, and then I threw some copper, and then I threw some red in there, and then I be mixing colors, child. So I did the base. And then after that was done, I was like, "Oh my god, I got so much more brown." The lighter color was like right here cuz my hair grew out. And so I was like, "We need to bring the blonde down some." So we brought we lighten. The goal was to lighten some for the brown. I was like, just take it all the way down. So lightened from like here and then took it all the way down so I can have the color variation. So it's like blonde to brown to like a dark brown. So I lightened my hair about 2 weeks ago. And yes, I've been seeing some shedding because I went, higher than normal. So if I go any higher than this, as far as color wise, I'm gonna have more shedding. But I cut my hair all the time anyway, so it don't matter to me. But for those of you who don't like to see one little strand shed, don't be coloring your hair blonde if you're not, especially if you're not gonna take care of it. Okay. I like your name, by the way. Fashion without labels. Yes. I can't stand like label stuff. I just want to wear clothes. Why everybody got to know where it's from and who it's from, who is by it. Child. Anywho, that's my favorite shade of blonde. Did you bleach and tone? No, I just bleach. I didn't even tone. I just bleach. Now, if I didn't get the color I wanted, then I would have toned, but I didn't tone. Okay. Oh, okay. So, does a four rotation help get rid of frizz on wavy hair or not? It helped minimize it, not get rid of it. When you have frizz, you got frizz for life, okay? It will minimize it, not get rid of it. Okay, great. That was one of my questions. Awesome grid and interlocking is one. Thanks. Yep. So if you just click on the interlocking course, there's a link below for it, the interlocking course. So if you just click on the interlocking course, you will get the grid is already included. So if you take my two strand twist course, the grid is already included. If you take the braid lock, the braid is already included. Okay. I mean the grid is already included. So no need, please don't go take a grid and then go take the interlocking because you're gonna get the same grid information. Was your hair bleach, Pauline? Yes, it was. I bleached it with a 20, a level 20 developer. I don't go higher than 20 when I'm bleaching my hair. So I either play between a 5, 10, or a 20, meaning 20 volume. So the liquid stuff that you mix with the powder, for some who don't know. Girl, how about the gold skirt you wore? Yes, girl. Ooh, yeah. I love that outfit. Big ups to my sister, because if y'all see me like on the everyday, I really don't know how to dress, y'all. I don't have sense of I know what I like, but I'm not good with putting stuff together. So if I see something on somebody, I'm like, oh, I like that. But for me to go out and try to put something together, not me. So big ups to my older sister. She's the fashionista child. She's into all of that, knowing how to piece stuff together, knowing when you're doing too much, when you're not, knowing what colors go well together, what type of she know how to do all that stuff. So I knew I wanted a gold skirt because y'all know me. I'm always staying within my brand colors, the golds, the yellows, the teals, the Tiffany blues. So I wanted something like that. So I knew I wanted a gold skirt. I was looking for a sequence skirt because I like me some sequence gold skirts, right? Child, she ordered the sequence skirt for me. It came, Lord, it's cute. It's so cute. But the thing is so short. Now, if you got a little hump back there, the skirt might be a little bit decent in the front, but in the back, you bend over slightly, your whole business is outside, right? She kept saying, no, Pauline, that's not too short. Yes, it is. If I have to be mindful of how I bend, and then if you have a little bit of hips, it rise, my whole butt's gonna be out. So I was like, girl, I can't wear this skirt. She was like, it's cute. It's not that short. Yes, it is short for me. I'm kind of modest and a little bit conservative with how I dress. So I'm not the type to be, I don't like, my whole boobs out. I don't like my butt cheeks hanging out. I don't want to be self-conscious when I'm walking. If the clothes don't fit, it don't fit. So if I'm walking and I got to be mindful that I can't bend over, I can't lean without something popping out. I can't do that. So we had to go with another skirt. So I found, I like me pencil skirts anyway. So I found me um a gold pencil skirt that came past the knees, and I was very happy with that because baby, ain't nobody about to have no butt cheeks hanging out. So Thank you. So yeah, my sister put that outfit together. She got my top, my shoes. I just said, "Here's my card. You can go shopping, child." Cause if leave it up to me, I'm gonna be in that conference with some some Antoine Beauty shirt, my safe zone, Antoine Beauty shirt, what something on, child. All right, so watching from Nairobi, Kenya. Yes, y'all all over today. Got Zimbabwe, got South Africa, got the UK, got the US. Okay. All right. Any other questions? I'm getting off in like two, not two, but 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes together. And then I don't do wide leg jeans. So she picked out the wide leg jeans for me. And I wore it with the Lockpreneur Experience t shirt when we were teaching. And then the black dress that I wore for the mixer. That's all her, child. I ain't taking no credit for nothing because I know I don't know how to dress. I was brought up wearing shorts under my dresses and skirts. Okay, yes, me too. Me too. Even that black dress I had on, I had shorts underneath because I just, I listen. I feel you. I'm gonna be feeling right with shorts, but that gold sequin skirt, that first option, even with shorts, I wouldn't be comfortable. Like I would have to get boy shorts in order for y'all not to see the shorts with them skirts. Like with that skirt. That's just how short that thing was. And I'm like, And then I was gonna be on stage. I was gonna be slightly, elevated. Child. Mm-mm. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Love the color. I had that color on my second old on my 2-year-old locks, but I bleached them to death and cut my locks last August. I just started a new set 3 weeks ago and debating whether or not to color again. So if you decide to color again, start off with a level 10. A level 10 volume will still give you a good color. It's gonna get you a level 10 is gonna get you more like a honey blonde, like a bronze color, right? So maybe some colors up in this lane. Y'all see like right here, you see what it right in here, where the shades, where it's like a deeper blonde. But if you go with a 20, be ready for this. Okay. But so start off with a level 10. It's not that damaging. You're not gonna have any shedding. The only reason why I have some shedding on this is because I had already bleached it a color with the 10. And then I went in and bleached it again. So I have a little bit of shedding, but not much, y'all. It's just when I do this, I can see some hair shedding, but not enough for me to, if I do this, my hair ain't gonna break. I could pull on it, I could do stuff. It's not gonna break. So anytime you want to go blonde, start off low. So if you really, really, really scared, start off with a level 5 volume, but know that 5 volume is going to give you more of a bronze, copper. Is it copper? A lighter copper color. And then if you go with a level 10, it's going to give you more of a copper honey blonde depending on your natural remaining pigment, like the your natural color. So some of y'all, if y'all a sandy brown color, sandy blonde color, go start off with a 5 because your hair is already lighter. But if you're really dark, your hair is like almost jet black, then you can start off with a 20 and be fine, child, because it's gonna give you like a coppery color. So the darker your hair is, you have a little bit of leeway. But if your hair is lighter, like a lighter brown or anything, start off with a 5 or a 10. Hottie tootie skirt. Yes, child, that's what it was. And I was like, oh no, you're not about to have me out here looking like that, you know. Okay, for your clients with sensitive scalps, do you find there are some who can't apply anything, just keep it clean. Can the locks still thrive long as they stay hydrated? Yep, absolutely. You can even use like tea tree spray. I have like a tea tree hydrating mist that you can spray on the scalp. It's like an almost like an antiseptic. Tea tree is like an antiseptic for skin, so it helps keep your scalp clean, free from itching or anything like that. So you can spray that on your hair and scalp. It's on my website. Okay, is there something can be done to stimulate hair growth around the hairline? My hairline is suffering. Could be menopause. Ooh, child, if you going through menopause, whew, all I can say is be patient. So when you go through menopause jacks up your whole hormonal balance. It throws everything off. So you may experience some shedding, more shedding than a normal shedding cycle. So you might experience more shedding. You might have some bald spots. Um, so if you're going through that, I would say take care of it internally. Make sure you're taking your zinc helps. Make sure you're taking biotin. Make sure that stuff is included in your vitamins. Take hair vitamins. Obly, the company I've partnered with, Obly, they have hair vitamins, really good hair vitamins that help with all of that. It has biotin in it. So the link will be in there for you in a minute. But take care of it internally. As far externally, Obly also have a stimulus scalp oil that you can put on there that helps with hair growth. So you can find those two things in there on the site, the stimulus scalp drops and the hair vitamins. And both the stimulus scalp drop and hair vitamins have biotin in it, and biotin is really good for hair growth. And I think I believe, do I have it here? Oh, okay. So I have the scalp drop here. Now the vitamin, I think I took that upstairs. The hair vitamin, I believe it has folic acid, and that helps with the managing of the hormones. Because folic acid is good when we're pregnant. Um, Trying to see if the oil has it, because I know the oil has biotin. Where's the ingredient list? Okay. And that this hair oil, if you want that minty, sensational feeling kind of thing, especially after a shampoo, baby, feels like a fresh peppermint done hit your scalp. If y'all like that feeling, this is what it does. I'm gonna put together a scalp scalp care kit together. So when I drop it now, it's going to be a limited edition. So it's not something that's going to be available all the time. It's going to be a limited edition. I'll probably drop 10 or 20 of them, first come, first serve, and that's it. So I'm going to have all the good scalp goodies in there, okay, for your scalp. And then I will drop a tutorial with how you can use those things. Okay. Did I answer that? Okay. Great question. I'm in perimenopause and want to get proactive advice. Okay, I just talked about that. I need a color change and I've worn the same burgundy color since 2016. I'm preemie gray, so I need color. Not ready to give in. I feel you, girl, cuz baby, Felicia was coloring my hair the other day and she got back here. So I'm grateful that most of my color is in the crown. I do have some around the hairline, but it's not that much. It's mostly in the crown. She opened that thing up. She said, "Girl, no one would know you that gray because the gray is in the middle." And baby, I ain't ready to switch either. I ain't ready to go into, you see my hair? Let me put it up again. You see, I got a little strand just Falling out. Okay. But I'm like, I ain't ready to transition to gray either. I think I'll be ready when I'm 60. So I still got 20 more years to go. So I ain't trying to I mean, gray hair is beautiful. I see a lot of people rock it, but for me, not right now. So if you're ready for color and you're with burgundy, now anything in the red family, if you're trying to go blonde, that takes a minute. So if you're trying to do burgundy, stay within that. You can throw some brown, you can throw some, to get the different shades of burgundy. But you could do like the burgundies and the browns, and you could play around with those colors and you'll get beautiful colors. But red, anything with red in it is hard to get out. So if you're trying to go blonde, you're still gonna have some hint of red in it. Okay. Okay, so I have for the Entourage Beauty hair product, I have the link for the tea tree spray. I also have the Obly link for the hair vitamins in the scalp drop. Can you get build up from oils? Rosemary mint, for example. My locks are 6 month old. Okay, so it depends what type of oil you use. Any oil on my website and this oil does not cause any buildup. So the oil on the Obly website and the oil on my website does not cause any buildup. But if you're gonna go with oils like castor oil, y'all know it's very thick. So if y'all gonna put it on, just make sure you put it on and then you're not putting it on over and over and over and over again. I know people put castor oil on their edges. You could do that. But if you putting it all in the hair, just make sure you have a good shampooing schedule. And depending on where you located, if you in Georgia, yeah, I don't who that pollen. Your car turned green, your whole porch patio turned green. So if you're in Georgia like that and you spend a lot of time outside and you're gonna wear thick oils like that, just know it's gonna track all of that to your hair. So you're just gonna have to wash your hair more often because it's so thick, anything that comes and it grabs and stick to it. So that would be so outside of castor oil, what other oils that are pretty thick? Now keep in mind you can dilute those oils with a lighter oil. So you can mix to dilute them a little bit. Because I have I have a product with castor oil in it, but it's diluted to where it, absorbs into the scalp. It doesn't just sits on there. So you want to get those oils that's going to penetrate and not just sit. And if you're 6 month old, make sure you talk to your loctician and get permission. Who that did that wrong? Talk to your loctician and get permission. It sure did. Talk to your loctician to get permission before you move forward, okay? Because they know they'll be able to help you. Now, if they don't know much, it's not everybody's knowledge is created equal. They don't know much, then definitely seek additional advice. Hello, began my journey April 4th. Hey, best decision ever. Yes, trusting the process. Can't wait to see these babies mature. Absolutely. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, I'm good with a dark brown and maybe some ginger tips. Okay, that's cute. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's very cute. The hair coming out of the top are still trying to close on the tips. Can I still color those? Currently, I only touch up new growth. Did you say you were locked 2.5 years? Were you the one that said you're locked 2.5 years? How long have you been locked? Oh no, that was Shayla 2.5 years. How long have you been locked? 4.5 years. Oh girl. Yep, color the tips. If you have a little bit of open ends, you still be fine with coloring the tips. Because some people will have a little bit of open ends and still not locked even after 10 years. So color the tips, girl. Color the tips. You good. So if your tips are already like a brown, then I would just do the color. I don't know if you're doing store-bought color, but if you're doing store-bought color, you can store-bought color, you can, as long you start with like a level 7, like make sure the number is in a number is in front of the color you get. So let's say you get some type of, because with the store-bought color, they just giving these things name like ginger bee, ginger honey blonde, they do stuff like that. Which to y'all just looking at the pictures on the box to see what the color. The lighter you go, the less then you won't have to use um bleach. You can go light and then it won't be that light on your actual hair, if that makes sense. Okay. Any other questions, my love? I think I've answered everything. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I do it at home, but for a complete change, I'll go to a professional, then maintain touch ups myself. Okay. I just want to say the seminar was wonderful. Yes. Listen, I was just telling them earlier. I was giving them the recap of the seminar, and I'm like, me giving y'all a recap don't do it justice because, baby, that seminar was fire. Fire, fire, fire. It was so good. So, so, so good. And it's the people in the room that made it amazing. So I'm just so thankful for people trusting me enough to spend their money to come spend some time with me. I'm extremely grateful to be there and and the food. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the food because I'd be nervous about hotel food, because sometimes hotel food, I'll be like, I know y'all trying to meet the needs of everybody, but can we not get some diabetes foods? Like they don't be want to put some seasoning and salt in the stuff. I gotta put my own salt in. Listen, not everybody want diet food, and they did a good job. They did a good job with the food. I ain't gonna lie. So, all right. Can I use coconut water to mist my baby locks? Yes, as long there's no glycerin and all that, heavy stuff in the coconut water. But yes, you can use coconut water to mist your locks. Congratulations on a successful seminar. Thank you. Thank you. It was a huge success, y'all. I'm still on cloud 9 from that seminar. I just got through, I'm just now able to talk about the seminar without be like without boohoo crying because I've been crying all weekend and I was crying on IG live yesterday. So I'm just now at a place where I can talk about it and not cry. Um but I'm still on cloud 9. There's so much more planned. For those of you, I'll be traveling wherever my mentees are. That's where I'm going to be traveling in June. I'm going to be June 5th. I will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, doing a business lock Q&A power hour. So it says power hour, but power hours. Y'all know I like to talk, and if y'all got the questions coming, I'm gonna be sitting there answering questions. So we're gonna have a private room to ourselves. We're gonna have food, and we're gonna talk business. So anybody who needs help with their lock business and so forth, I will be there June 5th. I was trying to make it to Washington D.C. I was trying to make it to DC May 18th, but it's such last minute. I don't think I'll be able to swing that, but we shall see. If I get a good number of people, but then again, I got to put it out there. I don't want to put it out there and 2 people register, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't enough for me to come. Um, so I'm not sure about May 18th because I was trying to do like a brunch breakfast May 18th. But I don't know. If I get enough people, I'll pull it off, but we'll see. Um, and then I got a couple other ones. Once I get all the dates, I'm going to drop my travel calendar for the Q&As and everything else. Now for my lock girls, my lock enthusiasts, you want to, if I'm in your area, you want to get together. We'll have to see. Because I don't want to leave you guys out. I don't want y'all to think I'm just focusing on the locticians and aspiring locticians. I gotta see how I can make it work financially, because it gotta make sense financially. Someone said, not only was the seminar fire, you and your look was on fire. You were giving it to everyone, cutie. Congratulations on a beautiful, successful seminar. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to my sister for putting them looks together, child. Because, like I said, I don't know how to dress. So I got to depend on other people to help me out. Um, Well deserved. Thank you for your kindness. You always been approachable and helpful online. More and more blessings to you. You guys are so welcome. Listen, this is fun for me. This is fun for me. People tell me all the time, girl, you're doing too much on YouTube. You're giving too much free information. But I love to support you guys. And when I need to charge, I charge. Like when I tell y'all, hey, I got products, go buy products for this. I got a lock guide, go get the lock guide. I got self-retire videos, go buy that. Like when I need to charge, I charge, but at the same time, I want to be able to give back to my community. And I don't want to just come on here and just give y'all fluff. Oh, lock your hair, enjoy your hair. It's a process. I don't want to come in here and give y'all fluff. Y'all got questions, I'm gonna answer it. I want to support you guys because the journey, anytime you start something new, it's not always easy. Just like with entrepreneurship, it's not always easy, and people don't understand when you get locks, it's a journey, and so you're gonna want somebody to walk with you along the journey, and I'm willing to do that. I don't mind doing it because I love it. I see it as sisterhood. I have four sisters, so if anybody's a girl's girl, it's me. So that's just one way I can give back to you guys for all that you guys have done to support my products, support my business, and anything that I do. I appreciate it. Well deserved. Thank you for your kind. Oh, I read that already. Okay, I think that was it. All the comments and questions. So, but I truly enjoy you guys. I truly like coming on here and talking to you guys. I might eventually create a membership so I can um go in and like do tutorials and really show you guys some stuff so I can at least come with a mannequin, do something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how best to serve everyone and meet the needs out there, especially because some of you guys are in like locations where you don't have locticians in your area or locticians that you trust. So I want to be able to help support you in your journey so you're not giving up on the journey, because most people who give up on locks, it's not that they don't love locks, it's that they don't have the support that they need. So I want to make sure that they have that support when they need it. Okay, looks like that's all the questions I got. Look forward to me dropping some dates when I'll be in town or in your area. Um, and we'll go from there. And so y'all can, I'll try to incorporate some videos on YouTube about the event. Um, or you can go on my Instagram to see whatever. So, but the event, like I said, thank you for everybody who shared the post, shared the flyers, told other people, told their locticians or whatever. Thank you for all the support and the encouragement. I truly appreciate it. All right. Well, you guys have a great hump day, and I will see you guys next week. Well, y'all see a video on Friday. I need to go figure out what that Friday video is going to be about. I need to get off cloud nine and go go back to making these videos. So, I saw one. What I wanted to do about was, but I'll figure it out. Y'all see a video Friday, and y'all will see me live in person next Wednesday. Will I be there next Wednesday? Yes, because we're still in April. Okay. All right. Cool, y'all. Have a good one. Love y'all. Bye.